for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click 100%, remove liquidity. Somebody bought, what, $120. I just made 1 sol from 0.3 in a matter of seconds.
This channel doesn't promote any illegal activities, and all actions performed in this video are performed for educational and entertainment purposes only.
I want you to stop everything that you're doing right now and open up your Phantom wallet. If it's looking something a bit like this, then you've come across the right video, because I'm going to show you a strategy that will make you guys millionaires in 2025. So you've probably experienced something in the meme coin space known as a rug pull. You've probably went on to Deck Screener and looked at some social media posts, maybe even put up some filters on this platform, but you kept experiencing your order being filled somewhere here, buying somewhere around here, and then the whole chart just going down. This happens to 99% of traders, because this is what you guys are taught to do. You are taught to, you know, go on to the filters options, put some filters, listen to some KOLs, listen to some callers on social media, and then buy coins, which in return all go down. So the problem with this lies in its fundamentals. So if you look at any chart at a coin being launched, before it starts going up, you buy, let's say from the information you're given here, you go in and you buy. Problem is, the KOLs or the influencers or the social media that promote a certain token or coin, they either A, hold a large percentage of the coin that they're going to sell on top of you, which means that they buy somewhere here, and let's say you buy somewhere here, they're going to sell off a bit. It's not going to go completely down, but it's going to go down in increments. So it's going to go up and then they're going to sell. The more people, these are you guys. This is 99% of you guys. Or B, they're getting money. So they're being paid to promote a coin, which they might not even do thorough research on. So it all lies in this fundamental. And you're wondering, why can I not get into a coin around here? Why am I always losing money? Why am I always late? Buying around here, here, and never here. Well, the reality of this is that the most successful traders, if you go to the top traders, are the developers. As you can see, the #1 place on any coin, you will see this pattern come across. Every token that has done millions in market caps has a dev at the top, which has most likely multiple wallets, which is called the bundle. So the person who makes the most amount of money is the person who buys here, which is the dev, which I'm going to show you how to do in this video. I have done videos in the past showcasing how you can go into the transactions, you can go into the holders, you can analyze this very, very carefully. You can add the time and date of the coin being created and look in the first few buys, and you will see that there was a person who bought and then split this money into multiple wallets. You see, this guy is one guy who made 30K. The same guy has made another 30K and another and another and another. So you have to stop being in this rat race, in this just loophole of being a trader. So now that we've established that being a trader 2025 is not an option, let's look at the dev's perspective, the right POV of a person who creates money in the meme coin space. First of all, you all know Pump.Fun. Most of you have probably went onto this feature, created your coin, added some funny, goofy stuff, added a description, and also lost money. Why? Because Pump.Fun is a very, very bad DEX. I'm going to go over it using Photon to showcase how it differs from the Raydium DEX. So when you launch a coin on Pump.Fun, you will see that the market caps are around 4K, almost all of the coins, average around 5K, and that the liquidity is also around 9K locked. However, if you go on the Raydium DEX, you will see that the market cap's 200K, 500K, 8 million, liquidity 60K, 66K, 40K. It's pretty obvious that Raydium has more eyes on your coin when it gets created, way more than Pump.Fun. And I do not have to even mention the fact that every coin launched on Pump.Fun is a freaking rug. You can go into any coin and, okay, well, not this one, of course, that's just my luck. But if you go into any coin, and again, what a wonderful day it is today for the meme coin space. There's not a lot of ruggers. Well, unfortunately, that's not the case because those two examples you saw are maybe 1%. And I'm pretty sure that those coins are going to get rugged within a couple of seconds, not even minutes. But this is what happens 99% of the time on Pump.Fun. So don't expect your coin to get buys if you're launching on Pump.Fun. You have to launch on Raydium. How do you do that? You use this tool called coinflare.fun. I actually have it right here. Doesn't matter. It's a site that allows you to create a token on Solana without needing to be a coder. Because how do you reach the Raydium DEX? You either bypass the bonding curve. So bonding curve is where you launch a coin on Pump.Fun right here. And when it reaches 40K, which is never going to happen in market cap, it's going to transfer to Raydium. But you have to, some miracle has to happen. You have to have at least 50 projects plus even 100 projects behind your, experience, behind your portfolio. Your marketing has to be on point. Your community building skills have to be on point to actually make this happen. Or B, you have to be a coder to launch a coin on Raydium straight away without needing to launch on Pump.Fun and bypass the bonding curve by getting a lot of traction. So, of course, you would want to launch a coin on Raydium because it has way more eyes. How do you do this if you don't have the coding skills? This website, as you can see here, says no coding required. This is a new method that has come out. It's been out for like a month, maybe a bit more, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And I have no idea how long this will last. However, I'm not gatekeeping and I'm gonna showcase to you guys how you can launch a coin without being a coder. First of all, you go here and you click create coin. And from here on, you do the same thing you would, I don't know, launching a coin on Pump.Fun. You can go into Dex Screener, any other sites, and see what the trending coins are. I'm going to do a demonstration. New Gork XAI theme. Of course, it's the theme. AI is always the theme. You can see what's trending. Grok and AI is always trending. So you just go here, you add your ticker. Let's go X Grok AI, XGAI. You add your, should be a 500 by 500, but a 50 by 50x pixel image is enough. I usually use Canva. Click next. Here you add your description. So let me just rewind a bit. Meta narrative trending on X. That's what I said. Basically has to be within the meta, within the narrative. So let's say AI is the narrative. So anything like an image generation, you know, image or AI image, AI video will be within the same bubble of the narrative. So that's what I mean by being within the narrative. So after you have picked your narrative, your socials, your website, and your logo have to be 10 out of 10. This is just an example. This is not a bad logo that I've picked here. You can come up with a better one, with a custom one. However, this will be just fine. From here on, the description, what I usually put here is Gen Z 80 words limit. What I mean by this is you go into Chat GPT and ask it to write this description, Gen Z style, 80 words limit, and then you give your theme. Grok AI is going to give you a very short description, which is going to be very nice, very funny, because ChatGPT just knows. So there's your description. You keep the decimals 9. I misspelled it, but it doesn't matter. And you keep the supply at 1 billion. You can add, you know, Grok came out with a new AI image generator or whatever it is. Doesn't really matter. Of course, you're going to spend more time behind this. You're going to create a 10 out of 10 website, a 10 out of 10 Twitter. Here, you can honestly just use the same Twitter that is used here. Boom. This is actually a coin of itself. You can do that as well. You can copy it and then you add your website. You can do a Telegram, a Discord. It all, like, the more, it's pretty obvious, the more time you spend, the better it's going to get. Here, I'm going to leave this off. This website is amazing because everything is already preset. So nobody's going to look at the creator information, so you don't have to have this on. You can leave this off. Nobody's going to look at that. Doesn't matter. Nobody needs to know. These, however, you have to keep selected. Revoke mint, revoke freeze, and revoke update are very crucial. Why? Because nobody's going to buy into your coin if you can print more supply, if you can mint your tokens, if you can update your coin and do basically anything with it. Nobody's going to trust this coin and their money being just handled by the developer, which in this case is you. The last bit I want to mention before you create your coin is that you want to launch when the US, UK, and Australia, the main sort of target audience you can say, is awake, because you don't want to launch when everybody is asleep, because your coin is not going to get the same amount of traction. So after you've done this, you have connected your wallet. Okay, so I've just swapped my tokens from USD to Solana. We should be good now. And you click create token. So you can ignore the warning signs because this is a new website that has not been checked by Phantom yet. So you can click proceed anyway. You see me doing it, so you know it's safe. You can even check all of the details if you want to view it on SoulScan. You can see that everything is official. It's just that the website's new. And then you click confirm. I understand. Yes, confirm again. And then boom, your coin was just created. From here on, you copy your token address, or you go straight onto create liquidity pool, or you can go back on the website, free options, and manage liquidity. As you can see, your token was just created right here. From what you know so far, you need to create a liquidity pool, which you're then, for educational purposes only, are going to rug. So you're going to click 90%. Your token's already selected. You don't have to change anything. And from here on, you are just going to put in however much SOL you want to put into the initial liquidity, which you don't have to worry about because you're going to get it all back. I recommend anywhere from 0.3 to 1 SOL is perfect. You can go upwards of 3 SOL. I've done it in the past. It works amazing. However, you click 3 SOL and then you click create pool. After you do this, your liquidity pool will be initialized and it will pop up right here on the Raydium DEX. I will pull up a video of me doing a live demonstration of this. You click create pool and it should launch. You can just go straight on Photon, and as you can see, it was just launched here. We already got some buys. Somebody bought what, $120, and it actually getting some buys. And after you get the amount of buys that you want, which you will get automatically, even without doing any marketing. Why? Because it's launched on Raydium, so your coin is more official. You are going to wait for however much money you get, and then you're going to go here. I do not condone these actions, but hypothetically, if you were going to want to rug the coin, you would click refresh over here. You will see a minus button. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click 100%, remove liquidity under this tab, and you'll be able to remove 100% of the liquidity that you've put in, plus all of the liquidity that other people have also put into this coin. And it will go right back into your wallet. If you have any questions, there's a Telegram in the description, which you can follow and take advantage of this while you can. Even though I do not condone, this is a very unethical way of making money. However, it is a very efficient way of making money. Thank you all for watching.